The wind howled like a wounded beast as the chief priest steadied himself. He planted his staff into the earth floor of the hut and closed his eyes. "Justice," he said softly, "is heavier than revenge. If it is blood you seek, this village will drown. But if it is truth, then the land itself will listen." Amina's body twitched. The smile vanished. For a moment, her face looked young again, frightened, fragile. Then the darkness returned. "They buried my screams," the spirit hissed. "They buried my body beneath lies and fear. No one spoke my name. No one mourned my child." The priest opened the calabash. A sharp, bitter scent filled the hut. He poured libation onto the ground and began to chant the names of the forgotten women who had died in childbirth. In the forest, in silence. With every name, the hut trembled. Outside, the elders fell to their knees. Some began to weep. Others clutched their chests as memories long suppressed clawed their way back. Flashback ***. Nichu, who was a young woman then, was married to her lovely husband Kiru. A year after their marriage, she got pregnant. The couple were so happy. One day, Nichu went to the forest to gather firewood for preparing their supper. She was heavily pregnant. She found a group of 3 young men in the forest hunting. This young men did the unthinkable. They forced their way with her despite her pregnant condition. She was thrown down and a stone hit her head. Nichu started bleeding, but the boys didn't stop. They took turns sleeping with her. She began bleeding from her stomach too. She was on so much pain, she died in the process. But not after laying a curse on the young men. The young men dug a grave in the deep part of the forest and buried Nichu there. Despite her husband and other village men looking for Nichu in the forest, for many days she was never found. Her husband died shortly after because of grief and sorrow. Now Nichu was back for revenge from the people who killed her. But the whole village was paying the price. The villagers, especially the old ones, were shocked as the truth was finally unraveled. So, Nichu did not die a natural death, but some wicked people did the unimaginable to her and later buried her like a dead animal. The villagers demanded enraged to know who the culprits were. They asked the village chief to seek the truth before the spirit of Nichu did more havoc to the village. Suddenly, the village chief staggered forward. "It was my brother," he cried, his voice breaking. And others, they swore us to silence. "We were cowards." The wind paused. The villagers were shocked at the revelation. So it was the brother of the chief priest who did all this. And his late father, who was then the chief, hid the truth from Kirunichi's husband and from everyone else. Inside the hut, Amina screamed not in rage, but in grief so raw it split the air. The spirit wailed through her, the sound rising like smoke. The priest raised his staff. "You have